Hey, what's up guys, it's Naratis. I'm back with another MCreator video. This is MCreator 1.6.5 for Minecraft 1.8.9, and what we're doing today is looking over the new version and also making a gun, hopefully. So let's get right into that. This is the new workspace layout. It looks kind of the same but kind of different. We have the new mod element, edit it, delete all mods, edit the code, very useful, export workspace into mod file, and publish it on the website. We have tools, nice and organized now. We have resource tools, texturing and modeling tools, and management tools. We also have a new button right here to recompile your workspace very easily. If we look in the console, it looks basically the same. We still have the click to start test environment, Minecraft client test environment, whatever. Test Minecraft client environment and test Minecraft server environment. We also have export your mod to zip or jar file, wiki page, and this is my profile. Settings now, preferences. It looks like the initial RAM and maximal RAM have been boosted. I'm not sure if it changes based on your specs, but that's that. Block item IDs. I don't usually pay any attention to this, but of course if you're making multiple mods or different mods, or I don't know, whatever, using it with different mods, you do want to make sure that your IDs are separate, or else you'll cause some problems with the other mods. We're gonna go ahead and start by creating a new element. Make it a gun, call it test gun, no spaces. If you tried to make a space, it wouldn't let you anyways. And we're gonna try to use their editing tool, 16x16. I usually recommend using Photoshop or something free like paint.net, since it really allows you more to work with. But if you're trying to use something really light and say only make a mod in just MCreator, along with the other programs that they're kind of working with, Techni, MC Skin 3D, BD Craft Cubic Light, and Blender, then I highly suggest that. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and count. We want, this would be 3, so 4, 5. And we're actually going to open this. I like to use HSV because it's the most similar to what I would use in, say, paint.net or Photoshop is what I generally use. That is my favorite. We're gonna make it look as much like a gun as we can. I'm not sure if it should be sideways like swords and stuff, but I guess we'll just have to find out. You can press Ctrl Z to undo, which is nice. This is also, I guess, kind of a tutorial on how to use this. I've never actually used this tool before, but it seems to be working quite well. It seems to be quite nice. We'll have that like that, and then like that. That's basically it. We might also want... I don't know how I would make a trigger, really. I guess... somewhat like that, basically. And this actually feels like it should be moved over one, so to then instead grab the rubber tool, or eraser tool, I guess is what it really is. We'll erase all this because it's very easy to recreate. I said 1, 2, 3, and then what we did was we went up until around here. We went like that. Oh, Control Z to undo. Just clicking and trigger. Yeah, that's the basics of our gun. Now we'll add a little bit more detail to it. Personally, I do very much prefer Photoshop's or After Effects to this. I just feel like it's a much better choice for, in general, to be using. This is kind of tricky. Let's make it like that. have like a clip at the end or something. I don't know what that's gonna be. Maybe like a foregrip. Now it's time to go into our colors a little bit. Back to HSV. That seems to be the easiest way that I can see is HSV. So I'm going to fast forward through making this gun. It's going to be a very simple gun. Don't mind the texture. Don't really judge it too much. It's super basic. And I'll be right back. Alright, well that's our basic gun. I'm not going to go into much more detail. We're going to save our image as an item and call it gun. So that's nice, you can save it straight to there. That's actually a pretty cool feature. I just wish you could edit some of the things like the checkerboard behind it that shows that it's transparent, because that actually kind of bothers me. But other than that, we're done with that tool for now. Now if we come in here, we should see our gun texture. Select it. Item render type normal, so that's gonna be good. When bullet hits block and bullet hit player, maybe particle effect. If we can, you won't really see it, will you? When bullet flying tick, we'll add a particle effect if we can. Ooh, I already don't know how to do things. Alright, I don't actually remember about particle effects, but if we go to sounds, custom banana, not sure what that is. So there's already some sounds in here, but I think, what would I put, like random fizz? Add event? We'll try that. And then when gun used, we will add, gee, you know, I guess you can't set a particle effect on that. I guess you'd have to use custom code or something. Not sure about that, but that's the basics of it. Obviously you want to put it in, or well, I don't know if it's that obvious. It depends on what exactly you want the gun to do. Maybe it's a gun that places a block, like a torch gun or something. That would actually be quite interesting. Cool thing, cool idea that you could use. I might even use that for my mod. But I'm gonna put it in creative tabs, combat, we'll call it gun. Item for ammo. And here's what we're gonna do. For now, we're gonna have it a stick. Shoot constantly, no gun usage count. We'll give it 500 uses. Gun sound. Random bow, I guess, alright. Item holding texture for bullet. We'll leave it that for now. Does bullet ignite fire? Oh, okay. Bullet particles, bullet knockback, bullet damage, bullet power. One is like bow, we'll make it 1.5. Let's say. You can even have a 3D model for the bullet. I might test that later. Crafting recipe for the gun. Let's see. Guns are kind of complicated, so, but we don't want it to be too complicated for the mod for this tutorial, so I'm gonna make it quite simple. Just like that. With gold there, and gee, I don't know, maybe some coal there or something for, and I guess I'll even add some redstone for fuel. If I was actually putting this in a mod, I would probably make it out of gun parts, but that's gonna be fine just for the purpose of this. So now we have a gun, and I'm actually also going to make a new item and call it bullet. And this will be the bullet for the gun. So we're gonna go back into our tools, into our workspace, 16 by 16. Now I'm not sure exactly how this works, but I will just make a bullet like this, and maybe make it a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. So let's say that's a bullet. We're gonna save it as an item, call it bullet, and then go in here. Now we have bullet, boom, call it bullet in the name in GUI. Now you should know about how this process works from the previous tutorials that I've made. Stack size will make it. You can hold 16 bullets, same as like snowball or eggs or something. The other stuff should not really be messed with in this case because it should be just super simple. To make a bullet, how do you make a bullet? I mean, I'll just make it so that you smelt iron, and that's about it. Now we'll go back into our test gun so that you can actually see what's going on. For the ammo, we're going to go into mod and bullet. This seems to be working quite fast actually right now, which I really love. And for the texture, we're also going to make the bullet. Click next and done. Alright, well, now that it's done, what we're going to do is use MCreator's start test Minecraft client environment, and that's going to run its own command, clean run client, and then I will show you what's going to happen. You got to be patient at first. It might take a while, not sure, but let's go. As you can see, making it for the first time, it's building a world, it seems like, taking all the assets actually. So that's basically like when you actually start Minecraft for the very first time, it has to download every single texture, all the files within Minecraft, the sounds, and all the codes, and now it is doing it. Ooh, this is looking nice now. It's a little bit more organized, it looks like. Colorway seems to be pretty nice too. Unable to do that. Hopefully that's all fine. Minecraft 1.89.9, starting up Forge, already 3 out of 7. Be right back when it's done. Alright, and now it just finished. It says 4 mods loaded, 4 mods active. If we click in there, I guess the new Forge allows you to organize your mods like that so that you can see it, but this is test environment mod. These mods are the basic Forge mods that allow you to work with it. The coder pack, Forge mod loader, Minecraft Forge, and then this is our mod, which we do not have information for yet. We're gonna make a single player world. I'm gonna call it gun test, put it in creative mode, start the world. Now you have to be aware that since this is not your actual version of Minecraft, and it's just kind of one made by MCreator, running from MCreator, it might be a little laggy or glitchy, which hopefully will be fine. So this should be everything that you will need to make a working gun in Minecraft, basically, from what I made with the mod at least. And you can make it whatever you want it to be, but this is just what I decided it should be, so we'll do that. And of course we see our gun. Now it looks like if we try to shoot it, it actually, first of all, something to note, I made it in the wrong way, I guess. So if I look at it in my hand, yeah, it's pointing, I guess, to the top right, which should be easy to change. And it seems to be shooting the right bullet. It's making the fizz sound, which I just realized what it is, and I don't really like it. But of course you can change that to any sound that you want and actually make a custom sound, which I will be showing you how to do in a later tutorial. Alright, so I'm kind of bored of waiting for the bullets actually. Let's just finish this. If we go back to game mode S, back into survival mode, we can see that it is taking a bullet, and let me go into game mode C just to grab some villagers. I want a witch, which is this, and I'll grab a cow. Where is it? There we go. So we'll spawn a bunch of these in real quick. to grab some more bullets for testing, and hopefully we can have some fun with this, like this. Alright, it seems that we have... Oh, okay. So you kind of have to aim it, and it works a little weird, but it definitely works quite well. Now that we're back in here, we're gonna go click edit, and first off, let's remove that. The gun texture, I'm not sure how you would really go about rotating it, but I guess I'll just make another version of the texture real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, hopefully this gun works a little bit better than the last one that I made. I'm actually going to make one more little thing, and bam. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Now you guys can go into a lot of detail for what you want to do. I'm not going into a great amount of detail, but that's just because I'm obviously trying to make a tutorial, and I want it to be quick and easy to understand. So, as you can see, let me go over this again and quickly explain what each thing does, because I kind of went through it and didn't really explain it very well, I just realized. So, for those of you who don't completely understand how to use MCreator, which I hope that you do by the end of watching my tutorials, when bullet hits block is, well, these are pretty straightforward. When gun is used means when you fire the gun. When bullet flying tick, if you don't know ticks, Minecraft plays 20 ticks per second, so 1 second has 20 ticks in it, and this is like checking whenever the bullet is in the air. When bullet hits a block, you can make it do something like explode, so it can be an explosive bullet with a power of say 1, so very weak explosion, just to make a little bang. When bullet hits player, you can add a special event specifically for when it hits another Minecraft player other than yourself, or perhaps even yourself. Item for gun ammo obviously is the ammo you want used. The bullet properties is more about the bullet itself that you're using, which is actually very important since you want to make sure you kind of know what you're doing with this. The bullet power, one is like the bow it says, is depending on how much the power is, it changes sort of how effective the bullet will be. And then the bullet damage should be about how much damage it does. We'll lower it a little bit to be more reasonable. We'll put it at like 3.5. Bullet knockback, as you can tell, our bullet had a lot of knockback. They don't have help for this section currently, but it's pretty straightforward. Our bullet had a lot of knockback, and it depends on how many blocks you want the bullet to knock something back, so we'll make it just 1. Although bullet kind of has a bit of knockback, so we'll make it 2. And then the rest seems pretty... Does bullet ignite fire? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Is it when it hits something, will it set fire or not? 3D model we're not going to be using, but you can have, say, if you're making a gun that is a crossbow and you want a arrow that is 3D flying through the air, that would actually be super cool. You can do it with that and use Technique to create a model for it. And of course the crafting recipe should be pretty straightforward, so I hope you understood that. Now that we've done all that, I'm going to do one more test just to show you the differences, and so that hopefully you will further understand more about each specific part of the building of a gun in MCreator. So this video's already gone on for much too long. I will be having quite a bit of editing to do, but as you can see, Now our gun texture, it looks a little bit weird in your hand, which makes sense because technically textures that are something that you're holding in your hand is supposed to be the way that I made it, I believe. But when you're making a gun, it works a little bit differently. So what you can actually kind of work around that, but that is a bit more complicated. Now you can see actually it still has quite a bit of power, which is a little bit, it's not exactly what I wanted. And when you shoot now, it makes a small little explosion. Oh, I have no more bullets. Let me just go into game mode C so I can show you. It does like a little sort of 2x2 area on the block hit. But that's how you make a gun in Minecraft using MCreator. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to crush that like button, and also comment down below what you want me to do a tutorial on next in MCreator. There's a few more things. I'll just keep making tutorials. Also comment if you want me to play any other games, do any different tutorials, and make sure to subscribe because it really helps me out. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next episode, and peace out.